Here we go.
Welcome to Flexx FM Sports, another one of our signature event. We're here at the beautiful Lauderhill Sports Complex, where we have Casa 2023 Knockout Tournament Final. I have alongside me here Mr. Tenny Miller and Mr. Valney Brown, my co-host for tonight's championship game. Featured team tonight is United All-Stars, the 2023 defending regular season champions, and the Sharks of Palm Beach, the 2022 champions and the 2023 runner-up, alongside the United All-Stars. And tonight, gentlemen, we have a revenge game on our hands.
Okay.
This is a matchup of the regular season final.
Well, let me ask, as you mentioned, how hungry is the defending champion to be able to hold this thing back together tonight? Or they are likely to just cave in
Well, the way,
to the challenge?
The way they demolish the teams in this tournament,
Yes.
I'm saying they're pretty much ready, coming back for to take this championship. And we have here Mr. Valney Brown. What's
But
your
Valney,
take on it?
have you seen the defending champions play up late? Because it's always good to be a defending champion, but whether or not you can sustain it and
Yes,
maintain your thing out there.
I'm very much impressed with how they've been performing. When I see what they bring up to the table tonight.
What about the challengers? Are they really worthy of a competition like this?
I think they are.
What make you say that?
Well,
what about them that give you that impression?
Well, let me put it like this. Last year was their first year in the league, and they were able to take the championship. They entered the knockout tournament. They started off slow, and they end up in the final. Now, this is a team that have a selected pool of players that they can draw from. And I think tonight they're coming out to take the title.
And so the fact that they came well up the ladder, was that a fluke? Wasn't it at the first time they entered into the competition?
I would say so, but most of the players played in the league.
With different teams? Okay. So they're all familiar somewhat with...
I would say so. I think they had most of Coach Brown players also.
Oh yeah, pretty much. Out there, 4 or 5 of the players that won the Casa with our group: Shamar Shelton, Dwayne Reed. You also have Timai Mawat, just to name a few. And they've decided to.
Well, I would say it's fair enough, Coach Brown, to say that a lot of these players that's on the All-Star team has, one way or another, came through your hands.
Oh yes, and it's a delight to see them. Like for instance, Timoy. I know Timoy was almost in the U.S. national programs when he was younger. I had him at the Coral Springs club, and he went all the way to Alabama, and he was supposed to go with the regional team to Argentina.
Okay.
So I know that much about him.
So bragging rights is really yours and not theirs?
Oh yes, yes. It is a delight to watch these players as they get younger participate.
Right. So I say, so we're out for an interesting game tonight. Then it's going to be quite
I'm looking,
competition.
gentlemen. I'm looking at 2 national players from Jamaica on the All-Star team in Sean McFarlane and Malik Foster.
But how did they do on the national squad, though? Being a part of the national squad and performance is another thing,
Malik Foster is a season campaigner for the national team. He has just played recently over there in New Jersey against Guatemala under Hal Grimson and John Wall. And I know Cian McFarlane at one point, he was a permanent fixture in the national program for Jamaica.
So as you can see, there are a lot of talented players.
They have credentials.
On the All-Star team. Now for the Sharks, the Sharks have always had some good young talented players, and that's why I look forward to a very good game tonight. Thank God the weather held up for us, and it's given us a beautiful night.
It's beautiful.
Our last broadcast we were fighting rain, wind, the whole 9 yards.
Heavy weather conditions.
I want to bring to you guys' attention, there's one of Jamaica's most phenomenal high school baller on the United team. His name is Ashani Walker.
Yes.
He's wearing number 10. Look out for him. He has a very, very keen knowledge of the game. Extremely clever,
Yes. Okay.
to put it in that context.
So that's somebody to watch for tonight.
Oh, yes.
Any other interesting talent in the Sharks? Nigel, that we should pay attention to. You think?
Well, to be honest with you, we should pay attention to all these young players. They are very, very
Energetic.
They're young, talented, skillful. You know, as you can see, both teams are taking the field, led out by the three officials. The United Allstar in their traditional black and white, and Sharks of Palm Beach in their traditional blue and white.
Did you know that black and white is my color? Inter Florida's color.
I know that.
Okay.
I said it again. What is the omen?
So if you guys are wondering, yes, Coach Brown is the coach of the
Inter Florida FC.
FC.
Yes, definitely. So so you can speak for the challengers.
Oh, yes.
Or the defending champion, rather.
You know,
Yes, most
to
of
be
them
honest with you guys, I see a 40-year-old goalkeeper keeping for the United team,
Mr. Harriet.
Mr. Harriet.
Yeah.
That man have been here, there, and everywhere. And
He still has his. Still has it.
yes, he still has a little bit into him. And you know what? He's a winner. So you can't count him out.
I tell you, I think that's the
Usual greeting taking place here when one set of players to the next, and the officials meeting each other.
yes.
Yeah.
You know, something I saw earlier that you guys didn't catch at the Toin Cars. The Haitian Sharks, they're from Haiti pretty much. But they brought out a sportsman-like conduct that I like, where they brought out that exchange banner that they give
Right.
before the game. That was really commendable. I like that.
And you could pretty much say this is Jamaica versus Haiti.
Pretty much on the money, on the money. Yeah.
Wrong one.
And you know something? My sister is married to a Haitian.
Listen, man, we are all brothers of the Caribbean.
That's exactly what we
I
are.
tell you, we just
As the lady said, we're next door neighbors. Huh?
we just
Next door
Next door
neighbors.
neighbors.
we just represent different flag. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
You know. But I tell you, one thing I noticed with the coach with the Sharks in the earlier game they played in the playoff is the way they press. They're a high pressing team, and right off the bat, you know, most of the teams that they play, they kept them in their defensive half.
Let's see what they do with United.
Well, they seem to be off to a good start.
As you can
First
see
round, they
that,
carry the game.
as you can see that the All Stars are high pressing.
Yes, they come with something different this
Yeah,
evening.
they've been watching.
Yes, pretty much, and they've
And
done
they're
their
taking
homework.
notes.
They've done their homework. The first 5 minutes in the game is going to be very, very important as the team gets settled.
That's the feeling out period.
Hmm.
Here comes a high pressure. Beautiful turn.
Now the Sharks have it, and they starting to move the ball around nicely.
You know, one of the things that I like right away is that both teams are very comfortable, playing very composed.
They seem quite relaxed and composed, and and the challengers look like they are really up to the
task.
challenge. Yes.
Sharks look more meaningful for this minute.
They look confident, but I'm wondering if they're too confident.
That too. That could be
But
one of
let's
the
see
things
how-
for the
as-
game.
As
but
it develops,
I think-
that's where to go with it.
Now this is definitely the feeling out period.
It is.
Both teams are playing. I wouldn't say. I would say
Tit for tat.
Yep.
Tit for tat.
That's the word.
They're obviously trying to feel out each other at this point to see exactly.
Because one thing with both teams is they have that attacking power, so they can't allow any mistakes in the defensive end of either of the teams.
If you're just joining us, this is United All-Stars against the Sharks, FCA. And we are at the Lauderhill Sports Complex here in Fort Lauderdale.
Home of
Beautiful Lauderhill, beautiful Lauderhill, Florida.
And the home of Casa.
Right now pass, well defended. Everybody. And no call by the referee.
No, that's a no call right there.
No, actually, let's take a look at that.
On the replay. Yeah, he did commit a foul.
It is a foul outside the 18-yard box.
And let's see what goes on with this, because this can be.
And this is a set piece opportunity for.
If it's struck right, hit right, you got to take 10 back. So there's a whole lot of room for the Sharks to operate. So let's see what they do with this kick.
Now, coach, from the distance that they're at right now, would you say go through the wall or try to go over the wall into the upper 90?
Really, if you have a 7-foot goalkeeper in the goal, you don't want to go up there. You want to drive it low and then he gets down on the floor.
That's right.
So let's see what's going on with that.
Try to go over the wall, and ball goes out for a corner kick. So 2 straight set plays for the Sharks.
That ball, had it gone over the top and didn't hit the defender's head, it would have been some serious problem for Mr. Harrison goal. And that was pretty much well placed.
Well, you know, watching Mr. Harriet over the years, he tends to save some very difficult balls.
And then the simple one gets by.
Just run by him.
Cleared out by the defense.
Foul committed.
And we have a foul against the Sharks. They don't agree with the referee, but hey, that's the name of the game.
Referee call is final. Don't argue it. It's not going to change it. That's Mr. Walker right there on the ball. What I'm worried about, Nigel, a bit is and Kenny, is the factor that the United group tends to carry a little bit more age than the Sharks. The Sharks look more like
they're always young,
and vibrant.
Game fit.
But would that necessarily be a disadvantage anyway?
Well, as the game go along, it wears you down.
Might be more experience as against the
well, then at times it wears you down. We know how that is. We're in that category of age.
And it's easier for the young team, especially if they're experienced, to, wear you out. They just keep coming at you, forcing you to play.
Yeah, that's a disadvantage.
Yeah, forcing you to play their game.
It's only a matter of 5 minutes in the game, and right now United look like they're slowing down to me already. So maybe it's a game.
I think so. They're just simply studying the players that they have, their opponents a little bit more, because it's still early time in the game.
Sharks looking very much the part right now to me. You just have to wait for them to make the error, and then you counter.
And then you counter. Now, one of the things you're going to notice with the Sharks is the way they defend. They always defend in groups, 2 and 3 at a time. So
and numbers behind the ball.
And numbers behind the ball, always.
That's a general playing pattern that they carry to the game.
Well, that's
games.
streaming their games, I've noticed that, and just keep an eye, and once they lose the ball, and see one defender come first, and the two more is right after that. So they're defending that.
They play that 3 second recovery.
That's it.
Get it back in 3 seconds. We lose it, let's get it right back. Quickly.
Very quick.
Very, very quick to the ball. Searching pass, goes nowhere.
And we have a foul against the All-Stars. Now, the Sharks playing with 3 defenders?
They play 3, push up 2, but when they come back 4. And the foul committed.
Foul against the All-Stars. And the Sharks are in no hurry to get the ball out of their box. They just want to make sure those passes connect.
What it is once they keep their composure with the ball at their feet, then the opponent doesn't have it, and then they have the advantage.
Here comes the Sharks on the attack.
And that's Timoy on the ball. The Sharks gets the ball. They certainly got that ball right there. That is seriously dangerous. Mr. Harris.
And shot goes wide off the goal.
Shot on goal. So far, so good. It's not any one-sided affair. Both teams are playing, and they have respect for each other.
Very much so. And you can tell.
It's going to be a tit for tat kind of game right to the end.
They have done like about 10 minutes of the game.
Fouls in a delicate areas, so they can be dangerous with that. Sharks possess the ball again, and they look good possessing the ball. Nigel, real good at it.
Yeah, if you notice the Sharks, and I noticed this in the last game, their passes are 5 yards, 10-yard passes.
Right, accurate and accurate.
They're connecting their pass, and when they go for that long ball, it's also connect.
And it's precise timing.
Yep.
Everything is precise timing.
Beautiful turn.
It's a foul. That's a foul committed right there by United. The Sharks are very, very comfortable, Nigel.
We'll take a look at this replay. He said, "No, you're not getting around me."
Yeah. The ball pass, man won't pass. So we're heading into first 15 on the first half.
Yeah, with under 32 minutes left in the first half. Not sure what's going on here. Oh, linesman was way out of position there.
It's just like, for me right now, the Sharks look like they're just toying.
Yep.
And it's only a matter of time.
Here come the Sharks on the attack. Beautiful ball.
Just like I said.
Beautiful ball.
Toy with you, and then hit you when it matters most.
And we have another foul against the Sharks.
and Mark fought him passing that ball over to Malik Foster. Just didn't reach. Because the Sharks are just basically intercepting anything long. Read it well and have it.
And that's definitely
I pushed over.
Yeah. even though he used his shoulder, but that's definitely
deliberate. That's a deliberate.
There's a difference between shoulder to shoulder and shoulder from the back.
Shoulder from the back.
Good try though.
Yeah. I hope that referee didn't see it, but referee linesman is keen on his job.
So we have a set piece opportunity for the All-Stars.
And let's see how they handle this. Let's see what they do with it, because the Sharks set pieces, they look good so far. Let me see what they did with theirs.
Of course, the official time is kept on the field.
Referee counting off his marker right there, so we can get that team back to where they be, away from the ball, so United can get to use the ball in that delicate area right here, just outside the 18-yard box.
Ball headed out. Yep.
Very good header. Getting the ball out. Danger.
And first corner kick for the All-Stars.
Throw in to United. Nigel, so far it's not looking bad. Both teams look like they have what it takes to go all the way. Like we said before, they're searching out each other.
And we have a foul that should have been a card.
Oh yes, certainly a carded offense.
And
yes, I think the card was issued. And the referee was quick to it. He saw it, so that's good. That's good officiating.
Let's take a quick look at the replay again. A card was issued. No? Let's see.
Oh, you never issued it? You attempted to? So in other words, the referee gave us a bluff on that call.
Well, if I was the VAR referee right now, I would be calling down to the field saying, go to the screen. Now I think the game is going to pick up
in tempo.
Yep.
Felt out each other, so here comes game time. Anybody that stands out to you so far in the first 15, 20 minutes of the game, Nigel?
Individual player, not really. The Sharks are definitely dominating possession.
Right now you say 60-40?
No. It's much more than that.
Oh, 70-30?
Yep.
What I saw with the Allstar United right now, they're just playing a kickball. They're not playing to feet.
Exactly.
Not making those
and
passes.
that's the difference with possession. The Sharks are connecting. Those little 5-yard, 10-yard passes, 10-yard pass.
There you go. Then here comes the short 5. See that short 5?
Yeah.
And then look for hits you now with that long ball. There you go. There goes the long ball. You have to defend that long ball. It's like playing chess right now, right, Nathan?
That's exactly. That's exactly what it is.
Game of chess. Let's see who has final move to get that
pass
king.
over the top. Five yards. 5 yards. I tell you, it's beautiful to watch if you're a soccer fan.
See how they move the ball.
Those passes that's connecting.
Just what I talked about. They just get the ball and they just kick it away.
They
don't try to keep possession of the ball. That's Allstar. For whatever reason. Maybe it's a game plan. You never know.
Well,
play the running game.
Beautiful through ball. Well done by the goalie. I tell you, Mr. Harriet used his age, experience, and skill to
That was a beautiful save.
Yeah, I tell you.
I gotta give it to him. That was an all breakaway 1v1, and the goalkeeper came up with the goods.
Well done by Mr. Harriet there.
Like I said before, he has the experience. He's been here, there, and everywhere. You can't take away experience.
For those of you who are watching and know him only by his alias,
Rami.
The
man from St. Elizabeth, Jamaica.
That's right. State player, eh?
Yeah. You know he does some good jerk chicken, right?
Oh, yeah, I tell you. Yeah,
he does some good jerk chicken.
Well defended by the All-Stars.
Yes. And there you go. Here goes the running game. Quickly over. Here goes the Sharks. The Sharks are really quick on the defensive side of the ball, Nigel. They defend very well. Quickly. Quick.
They make the game very simple.
Yes, nothing.
Beautiful through ball. Mr. Harriet one more time came off his line and did a fantastic job.
In less than 3 minutes. He that save by coming off his line. Now, the thing about the Sharks is that
beautiful shot across.
They will catch him coming off the line, so he has to be very careful with that too.
You see, I think the difference between him coming off his line and, say, another goalie coming off his line, he comes off his line with confidence.
He knows what he's doing.
He knows what he's doing. He's not hesitating. If he's coming, he's coming.
I'm wondering if the Reggae Boys have seen this man in action for the over 40 age group. I think they should have an over 40 age group, like with Tupper and all of them, Warren, and invite him. He would do good with that. Well, yes, here comes United again. Let's see what they do with the ball. That same running game that they have. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It's not working.
That's a foul against the All-Stars.
All-Stars are complaining a lot. They're making a lot of complaints. The referee's just doing his job, so Oh, he got something from the assistant referee. Is it a card issued there, Nigel? Yes. Card was issued.
Issued to number 11, Mr. Lennox, is that it? Of the All-Stars.
So far, so good, Nigel. I like what I see so far. I'm impressed with it. Where the Sharks are playing, I'm watching them, so pretty much I know what they got.
Yeah, and don't take anything away from the All-Stars. They're
I certainly wouldn't.
They're doing their best to hold on there. There's another ball over the top. Well defended. Talk about experienced goalkeeping.
That aggressive kind of play right there from number 7 from Allstar.
Warning from the referee.
Yes, he needs to get a warning. And if you ever do, both teams get that warning. Tone it down. Slap our hands there to say it's just ball game. It's nothing intentional. So the referee should just take a look at that. The players are comfortable. They're not fighting with each other. They're just saying, hey, it's ball game.
Hey, it's the passion of the game, man. Once you're on that field.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. We're going to put everything on the line, you know, and that's what it is. Everything is on the line.
That's just how it is.
No, I see Allstar trying to put it together. Let me see what it does. That's one pass right there. There goes that long ball. Does it reach? No, it doesn't reach. And so here comes the ball.
Now, Coach, let me ask you a question. You know, as an experienced coach, you're playing against younger players, right? Talented, fast. Why are you playing those long balls?
Right now, for me, Allstar is not playing the midfield.
Right.
They're playing above the midfield. And for me, it's not working. And they need to go back to basics, because these guys are so clever on the opposing team that is at some point they're going to catch them. So they need to just settle it down.
The easiest way is to use those passes, find those seams, and work it that way.
And let the ball work. Let the ball do the work. Allstar on the move again. Let me see what they do. It's good. Faster. Here you go again, Nigel.
That's it.
They tend not to keep possession of the ball.
And that's why
turnovers.
That's why
turnovers.
That's why the Sharks have a higher percentage of possession.
But they possess the ball.
And so what happened, as soon as Allstar get the ball, they kick it right back to them to start again.
You think they're playing in the hands of the Sharks?
They are.
And we still have another second half to play, right?
What they do? Clear the ball. They have no outlet.
So where's the midfield for United? Where's the midfield for United? It seems like it's not connected.
Right now, United look like they're playing in disarray right now. They're not together. And it's not that they don't have the talent to do it. You know?
I think they're being outfoxed in the midfield right now.
Right now, they're being outplayed in every way.
They just need to settle down, like how they started, get back to basic.
So far, the goalie is saving them.
And you got to give him right now. Is the
man of the game right now.
Man of the game right now.
Nice ball over the top. And an opportunity for the Sharks that goes high over the goal.
Like I've said it before, and I'll say it again. The Sharks are just patient.
Very patient.
And they're waiting for that opportunity.
You see, their long balls connect.
Yes, it does.
You know, so
it's a big difference.
Yeah, and I think they have a game plan. When they make those long passes, they're not just making it.
It has a purpose.
It has a purpose.
It has a purpose. To be honest with you, they've dodged a bullet like 2 or 3 times so far, right?
Well, give it up for the goalie for those first 2, and the miss shot by the last player there. Right again, Allstar get the ball, they clear it out back to the Sharks to attack them again.
And the Sharks will bite them. The Sharks are just not giving it away. Every now and then they turn over. Like we said, 3 people on the ball really quick.
There
you go. Quick win. And they counter.
Beautiful ball over the top. Well defended.
Keep possession of the ball. Beautiful.
And we have a foul against the Sharks. That foul came way after the ball was passed.
That looks like a carded offense. See what happens with that on that play. Did the referee go for the booking? Or he just gave a warning?
No, he issued a card.
Issued?
I'm not sure which player received that card. And referee's trying his best to maintain control on the field. This is a championship game. If you just joined us, you are watching Flexx FM Sports right here in the beautiful Lauderhill Sports Complex. Casa 2023 Knockout Tournament. And you have United All-Stars in white on the attack right now. And the Sharks of Palm Beach in blue. Beautiful ball across the middle, headed out. That was actually the first good attacking sequence from the All-Stars.
Yes, they seem like the last 10 minutes here, they're getting their act together. For the final 10 minutes here. Good.
Yeah, that's what they need to do.
Put the passes together.
Yeah.
Now they're impressing.
And throw in for the All-Stars. Man down on the field.
Man down on the field. Seems to be getting back up.
He's trying to plead his case to the referee, but
the referee not buying it.
That's number 40, Bushman.
He's always known for those kind of tackles and picking up some red card. So he has to be careful with those tackles.
And player plead his case but lost the battle.
In the appeal court?
Yep.
So let's see. It's back to action again. The referee has been pretty consistent, Nigel.
Oh, yes.
He's been pretty consistent.
Now the coaches are pleading their case.
There are 3 coaches on the line at the same time. That's Timo Mart right here on your screen.
The referee's trying to get the coach back to his, and not sure exactly what's going on the field with the referee there.
The referee's about to continue starting the game. Continuation of the game. I think he had that settled on the sideline, sending back the coaches back to their respective areas.
I think the player doesn't have a shin guard on. Not sure. I think that...
Yeah, he has been sent out to go put on a pair of shin guards.
That may be the issue. And they continue with the, I guess the player's changing shoes, must be.
Yeah, maybe he had an issue with the shoe, but the referee giving him time to change shoe. Kind of courteous of the referee to do that.
And we're back in action. Take probably 5 minutes off the clock.
Yeah, I think the referee has that on his watch. He will surely be keeping time on that. There goes Mr. Walker, slipping through that tight 3-man coverage.
And I think the second half of this game is going to be much faster and more aggressive.
Yes, because you want to win, somebody wants to win, someone wants to put up the win.
And as you can tell in the last 5 minutes of this game so far, it became much more aggressive on both sides.
I like how the Sharks reset.
They reset, maintain their composure.
Yeah, and when they lose it, quick, I need this ball back. There you go. Hurry up to the rescue again.
I tell you.
He's consistent with his performance, and that is good. At the tender age of 25.
Beautiful ball cross. Well defended by the Allstars.
Another turnover from the Sharks.
Oh,
trying to find that seam.
Yeah.
Well read, well covered. Good defensive work by Mr. McFarlane right here.
There we go.
I don't think the Sharks team wants to score.
You know what? I think because of the great play that the goalie made the first 2 times. Beautiful first shot. And there it is.
And there it is.
There it is.
That's the first goal for the evening.
First goal for the All-Stars, the first opportunity, and they made
good use of it.
Good use of it.
5 minutes before, 6 minutes before halftime.
The official time is being kept on the field. There may be a lot of stoppage time based on the last sequence of play. Now, Well done. I tell you, the one thing with the All-Stars, they get the opportunity and they make use of it.
And that is good.
And that is good.
That is
you
good.
know, if you been watching the entire game
Total
and
dominance.
look on the score on the board,
It doesn't reflect the game.
doesn't reflect the game. But that's the beauty of this game.
Yes, it is. One chance you get, you make use of it.
But I think the Sharks seem to be playing a good game and try to challenge.
Oh, the Sharks are playing a great
They
game.
just got the opportunity to score up there.
really-
They just got the opportunity that turned out to be a goal on this side. Had they taken a shot, they didn't. So they paid the price.
And that
that's
is the
halftime.
end of the first half, with the score stands United All-Stars 1 and the Sharks of Palm Beach.
Okay, that's halftime.
0.
We hope that for halftime we might be able to have the leaders at least of the two teams and the coordinator for the soccer competition, Casa competition, so that we can talk to them about what's going on here and talk to the leaders of the team to see how they feel about how both teams are going at this time.
Well, I tell you, if you tune into this game late, say the last 5 minutes of this game, and you look at the score, you would never believe the whole sequence of the game. I tell you, the Sharks played very well. They just failed to score.
To score.
And you play the game to score.
And you play the game to score. So
they have a challenge and they're not able to score. They're not reaching the point where they can score.
So, well, it's not that they're not reaching the point.
But is it a challenge that the Allstar poses to them so it prevents them from reaching that point? Or is they have a difficulty in terms of
they play very well. They played very well, and they get inside the 6-yard box, and they just can't complete the job.
Yeah, they get.
Task is not complete unless you put the ball in the net.
Unless you put the ball in the back of the net.
And that's what
the coach was paying attention to that.
Yes, that's what Allstar did. Got one opportunity and made use of it.
And make use of it. You know, the whole thing with this game, as you can see, is that no matter how well you play out on the field, if you're not scoring, doesn't mean anything at the end of the day.
But you play the game to score, as you
Right?
say.
So
if you're not scoring, then something is wrong.
the Sharks had, I would say, 90% possession in the first half. 90.
I say 80.
I would say 90.
So they're taking the play to
I would say
to
90.
the challengers. So they're
Right?
taking the play to them. But they're not finishing the game, the process.
The All-Star stand on the back of their heels and they get one opportunity and they
made use of it.
Right?
That is
And they
the
won the
beauty
first
of the
half.
game. That is the beauty of the game. But we still have 45 more to play.
We still have a lot of time to play. And as I said before, just before the halftime, the second half is going to be much faster and much more aggressive.
It's not over until the fat lady
It's not
sings.
until the fat lady sings. But it's a weakness on the part of the Sharks.
No, I don't think it's. I don't think it's a
but
weakness.
like you say, if you have a game plan, and your game plan is supposed to take you to a point, and when you reach a point, you're supposed to score. And every time you reach this, so
Well,
you falter, you skid, you turn back, or you not seem to have the capacity to put it in the goal.
Well,
There's something wrong about the
No, because what happened, the first two opportunities that they got, the All-Star goalie, based on his age and experience,
Played a vital role in preventing
was
them from scoring.
fantastic by stopping that one-on-one play twice. So that take away those two opportunities from the
good evening.
from the Sharks.
Right, and you're with the Sharks?
Yeah.
No,
I just happen to be the coach.
Caribbean, Allstar.
They are stars.
And I tell you, we're going to take a quick commercial break,
And then
and then
we have to
come
talk
back
to
after
coach.
this.
What's going on? We just.
Okay. Hello sports fans, this is Nigel, aka Mr. BMG, and I'm here to tell you about our new sports show hosted by yours truly. Coming soon is Flexx FM Sports Desk with Nigel Blair. We'll be giving you the latest update on the Casa League, the Jamaica Premier League, interviews with coaches, players, and experts in the soccer world. So remember to tune in every Tuesday, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. right here on flexfm.online and Flexx FM Sports on your YouTube channel. See you there.
Running late, great song on the radio, or just losing focus during a long drive? Before you know it, you're exceeding the speed limit. It happens easily, but speeding is dangerous for yourself and the other drivers around you. Please, slow down. Drive safely. Do not let speed wreck your day.
Yes, it's that time of year. It's tax time. Do you know where to get your taxes done? Don't worry. Blair's Management Tax and Accounting Services is the place for you. This is Nigel Blair. With over 26 years of experience in the tax and accounting field, we have what it takes to prepare your taxes the right way and to make sure you take advantages of all your tax deduction and all your tax credits and get you back the maximum amount of refunds possible. So don't delay. Call us today at 954-934-5700. That's 954-934-5700.
You ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, ready now, Mr. Miller.
There you go. Okay, we are at the field here at Lauderhill at of course the Casa League. We started the first leg of the series this afternoon, and we have the game on the field. We have the defending champion United Sharks. United. Yes, and of course the champion and the challengers. They are Sharks are the challengers, and United is the defending champion. Right? The coach here for the defending champion here is Ryan. Yeah. And of course we have Jean Darcillian here, who is also one of the management team for the that challenging team. Now, gentlemen, we have seen the first half of the game. How do you respond to a situation that I see whereby your team seems to carry the play to the defending champion, yet still they fail to score? What's going on there? Is it a part of the strategy? Is it a problem? What happens? Talk to me.
Well, it's football.
Yes, and I know the ball is round.
It's football.
Yes.
And the team happens to score. It's not about the passes. It's not about what happens. It's about the end result.
The end result.
So the end result is the opposite team scored. That's wonderful, and they do play well.
No, both teams are playing well.
Yes.
And your team seems to be taking it to the defending champions, but they seem how to a little bit more composed, and as a result being able to maneuver to score. Fine? Yes, your team had quite a lot of chances to score. Fine? Would that mean you'd have to go back to the drawing board in terms of your strategy later on? Would you say that?
Well, yes. We probably going to watch the film and make some corrections and what needs to be done. But we are waiting for the second half to see what the result will be.
How you feel about your second half, Rick?
Well, not even just about the first half, based upon what you're saying. Well, that's actually the game plan for us. Because we've watched them several times. We've played them many times.
Yes.
And we know they possess the ball good. So we decided that we're going to make our line of confrontation at least the 30 to 35 yard line. When they get to the 30 yard line, then we're going to press. Because we don't have the legs to press them. And we play in 4-5-1, we're using one forward. And you can't have one to press.
I see.
All right, so when their head is up, we're backing up. The minute they put their head down on the ball, then we press.
And obviously your team should be able to follow quite clearly the game plan that was laid out, and as a result you seem to get the better end at the end of it. But does that necessarily mean that will last its way all throughout the rest of the game? We still have 45 minutes worth of play.
Well, if they switch, then we do something else. But for now, that is working.
That is working. But you still have a second game plan just in case?
Just in case. We always.
How about your game plan? You have a second game plan for your team?
I think we're going to keep the second half as the first half. I think that's the strategy for now.
For now.
Yeah.
But you think will it do you much success?
I believe it. Well, whoever plays better will be the winner.
Well, you seem to be residing in the fact that whoever is better. But you seem to have a lot of younger players on your side. You have a lot of younger players than the defending champions, right? Would you say that, Rick, that is because of experience of your players?
Break the play or the game, the match. Yes. But experience also does matter. He has experience, so that's what shows right now in the first half. Experience really, really matters.
Okay. Well, let me hope your team is learning something from today's game.
Well, that's what we talked a little bit about on the intermission.
Gentlemen, thank you for your time, and thank you for showing us all the best.
Thank you so much.
All the best to the rest of the game.
Thank you so much.
You're most welcome.
Why is this guy refereeing? All right, why does this kid keep refereeing the game from the sideline? Every call the referee.
Come on, referee!
Got him right there. Come on.
Okay, and we are back for the second half. You've just listened to the two coaches represent both teams give their take on the first half. Interview by Mr. Tenny Miller there.
Legendary Tenny Miller.
And we're back there. I think they were disputing whether it's penalty or not.
Seems obvious that he's going to be a penalty kick. Oh no. There seemed to be a lot of commotion inside the stand based on a call that was not made for Sharks. And the fans are getting a little bit, but they're settling back down, and the ball game is playing like one more time. We're here to enjoy the sport.
Of course, the tempo of the game changed.
Oh, certainly.
Now the Sharks definitely going to have picked up the pace. And the All-Star have more confidence now because they're up by one.
Oh, yes. But then that 1-0 is not enough in this game as far as I'm concerned.
Definitely not.
Can I still blame? What? Can I still blame for the action that just passed right there?
Can we review that, please?
I'm going to take the team out of it.
Nah, we're tired of this, man. I ain't taking that one, bro. Oh, that's it. Okay. Call.
Of course, the teams are not happy negotiating right now. And we have a couple of commotions.
It seems like we have a little bit of disruption on the field of play. The officials for the teams and coaches, they're on the field of play. I think they're disputing a call that was not made. But I don't think that's the right way to go about it.
Yeah, the coach want to pull his team off the field. We're talking about the Sharks. They're not happy with the penalty not being called.
We want to see this game continue. We'd love to see this game go to the end, but quite obvious it's not being settled in the right way.
We're waiting for the referees to straighten out whatever is going on the field.
I think I see the organizer for the league is Maxine. They are out there along with other officials, and the Tony's out there. They're trying to get it settled down.
And you can tell this is a very passionate game.
Yes, everybody wants the end result, which is the win.
These things sometimes happen. People just misunderstand or misinterpret the ruling of the referee somewhat, and then they get a little bit disgruntled. But the manager for the tournament, for the competition, is on the field, speaking with the different officials from the other team and trying to sort that out with the referee. So
try to resolve that situation right there.
Come to a resolution. The temperature is a little bit warm, and considering the time, the environment is cold. So we hope that it will only serve to, much get better. So the game is stopped at this time, while the officials more or less work out the discrepancy. It's nothing to be alarmed about. I'm sure they will come to amicable resolution. Maybe just because the time is a little bit cold, so people get a little feel it.
Yes, that make them feel warm in their body when they.
So, there seem to be temperatures seem to be calming down.
Yeah, I think the officials are just trying to get everything
settled.
The players are ready to play, but the
officials for the Sharks is definitely adamant about not continuing the game.
And I think it would be a different outcome if they were up by 1.
Yes, it certainly would. But they're down 1, and they're saying that opportunity for them to come make it level should have been given to them, and it's not being given by the officials.
This is part of the game. Whether if it was a bad call, it was a bad call.
Yeah.
That's just the nature of this game.
They're trying to get it settled as much as possible, which is pretty much good.
And
well, if I hope the referee recognizes if it is a bad call and share the information and see if they can all come to a proper resolution on the matter.
It was such a beautiful game in the first half. I enjoyed the first half. And now we're into the second half, and the great game has turned. So let's see how well we can resolve this so we can continue the game. All the officials for Casa is on the field, trying to have this resolved.
We're at the Lauderhill Sports Complex. It's the Casa games. Find the players on the field, there seem to have been a little bit of a bad call, it would appear, by the referee of the game, so therefore it creates a little bit of a, not a fracas, but some amount of concern. So the various officials on the side, both teams, as well as the management team for the games, they are on the field trying to resolve the issue. So they seem to be coming to some amicable resolution, and in a short time, I'm sure the game is going to be back in swing. These things happen, and the temperature outside is rather chilly anyway, so maybe it's just an opportunity for people to get a little bit worked up to feel warm to get back into the game again.
Let's try to take a look at this play and see what
transpired. No stretch arm, seems. Let's see it from a different angle.
Yeah, that definitely, from my standpoint, would be a penalty.
Sure is.
It's a penalty. Okay.
It is a penalty.
And let's see, referee
is almost halfway line.
All the way out.
The linesman is in position to see that.
So did he call it? The linesman?
No, the linesman did not make the call.
So I think the Sharks have a right to
protest this.
Protest that non-call or non-penalty call, based on what we are looking at on the replay.
Yeah.
However, as usual, there are always bad calls in the game.
Yeah, but as blatant as that one was, that's a different ball game.
As a coach.
No, I'd be furious on that one. As a coach myself, I'd be furious on that.
Well, it would appear as though is the game going to be stopped at this point. There is no resolution.
Well, I'm sure they're going to come to.
An
This
agreement?
is, I mean, this is a championship game.
So
It's tough to go out like.
If the Sharks decide not to go, if the Sharks decide not to take back the field, then it's an automatic win for the All-Stars.
for the All-Stars.
So, and we just have to wait it out and see what the official decision is.
But if the referee doesn't make the call, Nigel, and he goes back now and give a penalty, how does the referee look?
No, he can't go back now.
I mean, having made a call, him can't go back now.
Right. Haven't made a call from day one.
But it's a bad call.
Right. It's not, I mean, that's one of the reasons why they have VAR. Right? Unfortunately, we don't have VAR.
We only have instant replay.
So, from up here, we can see that it was definitely a foul in the box and deserve a penalty. However, based on the linesman,
it is therefore is our responsibility to call the referee then and for them to see what we see.
No.
To inform us.
No. That's an on-the-field situation. Yeah. It has to be resolved down there.
In order to use VAR, it has to be officially sanctioned before the game.
For us to be able to provide that service.
Right. It's just that we have more eyes than they.
Yeah.
One of the things that we were talking earlier is that the referee was so consistent officiating the game, but I think the linesman.
But yeah, I think that call should be.
Should have been informed.
I think they're gonna bring the referee in to take a look at the replay.
All that's good.
The referee's coming up to look at the replay.
And
he wants to see a playback of the game.
A replay of the action.
See the push?
That's Bullock.
And as we take a look at the replay, and we can see.
All right, Rick. Satisfied?
Based from our vantage point, we can definitely see that.
So just the referee came to satisfy himself to see the replay, and to be informed by the replay.
As we were saying earlier.
For the spectators on both sides, this was not sanctioned by Flexx TV. We are just providing a service.
Yes.
Most definitely.
No,
we're not the official FIFA people here.
We simply just assist them to get more clarity.
Yes. Yes.
Because I am sure
we are not deciding on the direction of the game at all.
I'm sure the viewers and the spectators want to see this game continue and play itself out.
As I was saying earlier, Nigel, how does the referee look?
To change the call now.
To change the call now.
10
minutes later, 10 minutes later.
Will he be, is he big enough to say, I erred? Is that wrong to say I made an error?
No, he can do that. He can be man enough to say I erred.
Yes.
It's a mistake on our part.
Yeah.
And this, to me, doesn't look good for the season as a coach for the Casa tournament. These are the referees that they're going to use.
Well, no, but coach, you have to realize that, as I said, in this game, referee make bad calls. Referee,
they do.
I understand. That was a bad call.
Yes.
That doesn't mean that he's a bad referee.
No. And
now, the linesman should have been the one that
made that call.
Made that call.
Right
See
in front of him.
He's right there in front of him.
You know, I had a situation in high
and
school.
the referee did go over to the linesman to confer.
To get clarity on the matter.
You know, and so now let's see what the official decision is by the officials for the tournament.
Both teams are on the field.
And the president for Casa is also on the field. The general secretary.
The whole board is on
the whole board is on the field.
If you're just tuned into Flexx FM Sports, you are watching the Casa 2023 Knockout Tournament. We have a delay in the game based on a
decision.
Apparently wrong call.
And apparently
a bad call.
Apparently bad call.
Bad call on what should have been a penalty but wasn't called. And the Sharks are protesting it, which they have the right to do so, but in probably a better manner than it was initially done.
But at times, Nigel, sometimes when you sit back and you don't go forward as a coach to defend what you think is right, not necessarily meaning that it's right, then we wouldn't get this result.
But if there's a decision being made out there with the management and the team, where is the referee in the mix of that in order to be able to get a proper decision?
Well, referee is talking to one of the...
No, but if the board is meeting there, so the referee is not...
The clock is still running.
Yeah, and the clock is still running.
So how do we reset the clock? We have to get with the referee down on the field to find out the time that he has and then reset the clock.
Well, that's if the game is going to continue. We're trying to see
to get an understanding. But you see, they can't spend the whole night having a board meeting on the field. They have to really recognize what the error is.
I have to make a decision. Make a decision. Yes. It's very, very important that we make a decision and make the right decision.
Well, already gone 12 minutes, literally. So they have to better be able to make decisions faster than that.
Well, if for one thing is that it was good for Flexx TV to be here.
Oh yes. This could have been. This would have been. Yes, this would have been a big one on the field. It would have certainly be a big one because everybody was riled up when they didn't make the call was made in favor of one or the other.
You see, when you get challenges like this, there's always a lot of emotions that come into play, and people. So who right and who wrong, and if you're not careful, they spend the next 2 hours just expressing them emotions rather than dealing with the logistics at the time. What you have to look at, what happened, whether the call was bad or not, and fix that, and then move on. If they want to have another meeting after the game to decide how we deal with future situations like this, then that's fine.
But of course we don't...
As an example to teach us where to go after this.
Yeah, you can learn from all your mistakes.
Yeah, of course we don't know what the conversation is between the coaches on the board, because obviously the Sharks wanted to pull their team off the field.
And to be honest with you, Nigel and Tenny, if such a situation occurs with my team, I would not be comfortable with the officiating crew anymore.
You see, but in the sport, if we just going to pull a team because you're upset, rather than finding a quick way to resolve it, is going to be an issue. So, they must be able to do it. It's a major event.
Well, what Casa has to do now is to make sure that in instances like those, they call for the instant replay.
But naturally, something that they're going to have to make sure that that is in place.
As I said,
that's where Flexx TV.
As I said, that would have to be sanctioned by
Casa.
We
have to be reserved and authorized by them to say, listen, this is what we're going to do. So you have to carry out that function.
As we get a close-up of the coaches pleading their case.
Center brought these 2 lines personnel together.
In front of us here, is that the coach and the 2 linesmen?
No, it's the center ref and both his linesmen. That's his crew. That's his working
Where
crew.
is the coach? The coach is in that meeting.
The coach is in the meeting with the board.
Okay. All right. So we have a close-up and a close-up here, so we can see what's going on here.
They're having a meeting with the board, coaches,
Yes.
and trying to resolve. I see an independent person inside here, Mr. It's like Kendrick. He has
He's the mediator.
I think he is going to be the mediator in all of this.
The matter is being discussed intensively on the grounds.
Yes, it's obvious that one way or another,
And of course,
somebody's not going to be satisfied.
Of course, you see the referees there having their own group
Discussion.
right? And the players are just waiting.
Yeah. I guess, in the years of the tournament, I guess this is the first time they've had this kind of a situation. What would you say?
As far as I know, yes. I've never, I can't remember a standoff. At least.
This long standoff on any particular issue. There might have been a little fracas here or there, but nothing of this kind of a magnitude.
Mr. Kirk Hendricks
I-
is standing in the middle right there in that discussion. I think he may be able to give some good advice.
Well,
based on his
I
experience.
think the whole discussion right now is like for United, if the referee decided to give a penalty,
They'll be mad about it.
they're going to be mad. If the referee decided not to give the penalty,
Then the Sharks is going to be mad.
So what is the facts of the matter? What they have to do? Whoever wants to be mad.
What I would do is call it a 1-1 game and start and put the next 20 minutes in 1-1.
No, let's take it back, right, to what it should be. The referee made a bad call on the field. It's a bad call.
Right.
Move on. To stop the game for this long and then now to make a decision, whether it's you know, it's not right, but you've seen enough games, you've seen enough bad plays.
If you understand the Sharks, which are predominantly from the Haitian community,
Yeah, but
they will speak their minds really quick.
No, I understand. I understand.
And they have a right to do so. If it's
Just
obvious,
like
it's
just
obvious.
like yourself, if I was coaching the Sharks, I probably would have pulled the team off the field.
That's exactly
Based
what
on
it is.
emotion.
There you go. But is that right?
No.
and that's what I'm saying.
I'm just saying.
Hey, I am not an angel.
Go on.
I am not an angel when it comes to that. So I know exactly I'll do the same thing. I mean, you know.
Well, this calls for some kind of an adjustment to the regulations of how Casa go.
It's not Casa.
No. So that in terms of how we handle the procedure going forward, because we can't make another game.
No,
another situation like this happens.
It's almost impossible to put something in place that this doesn't happen again.
No, it's not a question.
But you know something.
It will happen.
In the semifinals,
what do you put in place to fix that when you have a situation like this?
All right, let me give you an example. Hold on, coach.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to bring you into this.
Yeah.
Give you an example. Last year, in the knockout,
Yes.
Coach Brown,
Yes.
team, got a goal.
Okay.
That wasn't a goal,
Okay.
based on the replay.
It's a mirage.
Hit the yellow bar, goes in the goal, and they call a goal.
Oh.
No one sees it but when we watch the replay. Now, the players were protesting it, but they couldn't Verified.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
But then
and he won the game based on that.
But what you
I
say
lost
right
the game based on that.
You won the game based on
No,
that.
I lost the game.
Oh, it was against you.
Yes, United, the same
Oh,
United
yes.
here.
It was.
It was United against me. That ball hit the yellow bar, came back out, and Shamar Shelton scored
you
it.
said is that not many people, none of the officials saw that.
The officials were right there.
They were right there.
But did they see it?
Eh?
Did they acknowledge that? Did they see it?
No.
I tell you what.
Just like they didn't see this.
I tell you what,
And so,
in my honest opinion,
at what point
that should have been seen.
Okay, fine, but it was not.
Are you standing right there?
So what is it that we put in place, or Casa put in place?
Casa needs to get with Flexx.
Any recurrence of these technical
Casa
issues,
needs to
because it
get
will
with
happen again.
Flexx, get a headset on the referee. When decisions like these, call the attention of the referee and said, on our screen, it is not a goal or it is a penalty. You need to review this.
Let me put it out there. Flexx has the capability of doing VAR for Casa.
Okay, fine. So
Well,
take that to the board.
Need to be an arrangement. So therefore, Casa need to have somebody who is the overseer for each game, who works closely with the technical television crew and the recording department.
I think
so that there's a dispute, that we can say, hold a second, and that person will make a ruling based upon what they see.
Mr. Miller, the best person to present this to Casa is Nigel Blair himself.
Well, you know,
that's
what he just
no,
said. Fine.
Get the attention of everybody on the board. But we talking here,
we need to put it in place.
we need to get the board and let them understand that this can be done. So that we don't have this situation anymore.
We don't have this recurrence. Can't afford to. It's half an hour literally. Almost. The game has been held up for, 20 minutes. This is ridiculous.
About 30 minutes.
This is absolutely ridiculous. So what you're saying now, the game is not going to continue there.
Whichever way you go with this, it's not going to be right.
That's right. Whichever way you go, it's not going to be right.
But all right, this calls for a serious meeting with Casa and the association of teams that comprise Casa. Because this is a thing.
I've been a victim of this, so I know how this feels.
So all of you,
I think we've all been a victim.
For different teams who are part of the competition, and you, need to form part of that decision-making process.
And here's the deal. They went on to win the championship.
No, that's what we're saying. That's what we're saying, that we have to prevent this from happening again.
As I said, it's the nature of the game.
No, this has to be fixed. This has to be fixed in the sense that we don't have any dispute, any situation like this anymore. It doesn't look good for the sport. And we have to be honest with that.
The different team and the coaches, all who form the part of Casa League, must come together and look at some of these things that are likely to occur and come up with a strategy to address it, so we don't have this again. The game is finished.
Well, we have a good talking point for the boards.
Yeah, next meeting at Casa. I think we should just give the president of Casa a call up, get him in an interview, and make a suggestion to him.
But you can't make it. You can't make a decision on the spot.
No, he can take it back to the board.
It's something that
in a board meeting and bring it up in a board meeting.
I am sure you must recognize that this is something that have to be resolved, and it can't go to a fish market like this again.
I would not like this to stain the league.
It must not become another fish market. I'm sorry.
It's done. It's pretty much like it's done.
And the players, of course, suffer as a result, because they come out to put on a show and to give a good game. Things will happen, but then how do you address those when they come? And we have to prepare for them.
I don't see a good result.
For this one, no?
No, I don't.
No. Because they have never tried to address a situation like this.
If they continue the game,
it seems like it's over.
And therefore, then we have to, that's why I said you need to get the management of the different teams with Casa to sit down at a table and to look at all of these possibility of occurrences and make a basic general ruling, say, listen, gentlemen, this will happen whether or not to see, blah, blah. If you see, if you don't see, where do we go?
Is this the final point of the board to make that decision for the game not to be continued? Or the teams don't decide to go any further?
To withdraw, the board can't do anything about the board and just allow the team to do them thing.
I think based on what we're seeing, and what we're hearing is that they are going to call the game. Now,
who first decided that they're not going to continue to play?
That information has not been relayed to us.
I think the board made a decision based on the time factor and all these things going in for the next 30 minutes. And we know how it is with the lighting system.
Are we saying that this...
United is a winner by default?
No, that can't happen.
It can't happen. No. The fact that they're one goal ahead?
No. The game has not been concluded.
Yeah.
The game is not finished.
So the tournament has come to a stalemate.
That's exactly where it is.
Yeah.
So both teams hold on to the trophy.
Yeah, I was just saying, cut it in half.
Yeah.
Cut the trophy in half.
No, but Edwin cut the trophy.
No, but how do you rectify this? Yeah. It doesn't matter. If they do a knockout and...
Whoever wins the knockout.
No. Still a disadvantage.
No, something happened that they never prepared for. A challenge, just therefore it challenges both them and the organization.
And I'm saying as United, it's not fair to me because I was winning.
And I'm saying to you as Sharks, I got my penalty and it's not delivered.
But the fact that you're one goal ahead don't mean that you're winning.
At least you're leading.
You're leading.
But it doesn't necessarily mean that you will win.
No, but
if the rain should come on the lightning, then you can't play no more. It's halftime and it's 1-0. So that'll be
let me ask you a question. But let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
You cannot determine that you win.
Let me ask you a question. You give Sharks the penalty. Now it's tied, right? Sharks score another goal.
No, that's a different thing.
Hold on. And the game ends 2-1. What am I going to say?
Yeah, I was robbed.
I was robbed.
That's exactly what.
Why?
Because they got that penalty that we thought it wasn't a penalty, and then they scored after that momentum swing.
And they only scored.
But what did they say? They only said it was a penalty?
Yeah, this is not in the game.
This is not in the game.
And precisely that's why I said that we have to put the mechanism in place so that you can be informed of possibilities that this going
I understand that, but it was not in place, so you can't use this.
So what you're going to do then, gentlemen, for this minute, then you have to create an understanding on the field.
And I think that's what they do.
And if they don't come to an understanding, what do we do? Nobody's a winner?
Like Nigel said, it's a stalemate.
It's a stalemate.
And how do we fix it going forward? Do we still need to do another game later on in order to resolve this?
But doing a do-over still a disadvantage.
Why?
Because I'm leading.
No. But that is past and gone. But there's a problem that occurred. You could have had rain and
I guarantee you that's why this is stalemate right now.
Yeah, but you could have had rain and flood or earthquake and they create that same stalemate.
Here's how we do this. Here's how we do this scenario. Here's how we do. The game ends 0-0. And it doesn't go in extra time and there's no penalty. So like Nigel suggests, it's a stalemate.
It's a stalemate.
So what is a stalemate?
Stalemate meaning...
How do you resolve a stalemate?
It cannot be resolved.
That's why it's a stalemate.
And then what do you do? Do you play another game later on? Because you still have a championship that is not resolved.
So it's element for both people. So both names can be engraved on the trophy.
So who plays for the trophy the next time?
It's a new tournament.
It's a new tournament.
That's why I say it's a stalemate.
It seems a little bit, if it's a stalemate, it's something that is unresolved and you have to resolve it.
It's unresolved. How are you going to resolve this now? You give them a penalty, it's a disadvantage for this. You don't give them a penalty, it's a disadvantage.
But who says you can't give them the penalty? Because the coach who made an error. So the coach need to fix that.
No.
That's not how it works.
It's the officiating crew that
That's
made
not
the
how it
error.
works.
Which officiating crew? It's between the coach and the line, not the coach, between
Referee?
the referee and the linesman.
What?
So they must make a decision on that.
The decision was already made.
And if he erred in the decision, then
You
it
can't
fix
change it. That's the nature of the game.
He would look silly if he goes out there and
Nature of
change
the
it.
game.
Why would he look silly?
Because this is the
Because
nature of the
that's the
game.
nature of the sport.
You can't.
Make a bad ruling and then you're going to fix
We're
it.
not saying it's right, you know. I'm just
You
saying.
make a bad ruling and you fix it and you can't fix it?
No,
but
no,
there's a
remember,
time- there's a
remember
time-
now, you know.
there's a time
I
space where you can-
personally tasted this last year. That's how I was knocked out.
All right, officially the game has been called, and I guess it's a stalemate for the streaming also.
Whereas the streaming?
Our streaming is a stalemate. Stay tuned to flexfm.online. We'll try to get you some clarity on what went on here tonight and what's going to happen moving forward. At this point, everybody's a stalemate.
So Nigel, before you close out and before we close out, we have to give props to the ladies from Flexx for all the hard work that they've been putting in to make this possible. The crew on the outside that was out there in the cold, Florida cold, which is a deadly cold.
Yes, 70 degrees.
Yes, 70 degrees cold in Florida. But what we have to do, Nigel, is to make sure that we get the ears of the president.
I would love to turn the spotlight on an individual player from here who has got an opportunity and is gone somewhere else and has been doing quite well. Not because the player happened to be the son of Nigel, who is on the microphone, but the truth of the matter is one brilliant youngster who has been really doing a lot that's much better than Nigel would have ever done and could ever do in his life.
No. Nigel cannot compare himself to Devante. Are you talking about Devante Blair?
Hold on, which one?
You cannot.
Hold on.
Can you come over here, young man? Devante, can you come over here for a moment?
Off and not to. You are being spoken off and not to.
No, you cannot put
and not
Nigel
to.
in the class of this young man.
Oh, we're talking about him. You didn't say which son.
No, you can. No, we're talking about Devante.
The youngster here.
The young prospect, the
young
young
When
reggae
you-
boy.
Hold on. When you put my name
Yeah.
in a statement where you have, players that have made it out
So
of
I'm
here,
I must say
you
players,
have-
not
you-
a player.
You have to be
No.
specific.
Nigel,
Because there are-
whichever way, whichever context you put it in.
There are multiple players.
Nigel, whichever way you put it, whatever context you use, Lady Maxine have produced some brilliant soccer players.
And I must say that the fertilizer that she got was
that is something to be debatable. That's debatable.
Hey, to be honest with you guys have produced some top quality players, and I'm very, very proud to have been associated with them.
Your own personal commitment, Nigel, and your own personal skill in your early days as a player, and the fact that you never made the world tournament, and I can understand that. Certainly.
lights are off, and I think this is the end of our broadcast. Even though my co-host want to continue, this is Nigel.
They'll take us off screen.
From Mr. Valney Brown and Mr. Tenny Miller saying,
Interploid, we out.
See you next time.
All right, thank you very much. Good.